So for my project, I decided to go over Chapter 11, which is about Jovian planets. So Jovian planets are all of the gas giants in our solar system, being the Milky Way. These planets being Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These planets are primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, hence the name of these planets being gas giants. Differences between the Jovian planets. All of the Jovian planets are similar, but they have their differences. They all have low densities and are all pretty large compared to the terrestrial planets. But while Jupiter and Saturn are made of hydrogen and helium, Uranus and Neptune are solely made up of hydrogen compositions. Inside the Jovian planets. You may be asking, what's inside the Jovian planets? Well, all of the Jovian planets are considered to be gas giants. This being because none of them have any solid surfaces, as well as the fact that all of their atmospheres contain immensely high pressures and temperatures, along with the main reason being that they are made up of helium and hydrogen. Weather on the Jovian planets. Weather on the Jovian planets is for the most part very intense. This reason being that they have insanely high temperatures and pressure in their atmospheres, as stated in the last slide. This gives the planets dynamic winds and very colorful clouds, as well as intense storms. An example of this being Jupiter's red spot, which is a constant hurricane-like storm that is twice as wide as Earth. Magnetospheres. Magnetospheres are the magnetic field that a planet has. Like Earth, all of the Jovian planets have a magnetosphere, some stronger than others, of course. Jupiter has the strongest of the 4 Jovian planets. Jupiter is also known as a failed star because of its size, along with its compositions. Jupiter's magnetic field is 20,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. Moons of the Jovian planets. The Jovian planets, although very different from terrestrial planets, have some similarities. One of these being that they also have moons. All of the moons from the Jovian planets added together adds up to over 170 moons. Most of these moons come from Jupiter and Saturn, with both of them having more than 60 moons each. Geologically active moons. The Jovian planets still have some geologically active moons, such as one of Jupiter's Galilean moons, Io. Io is the most volcanically active world in our solar system. Its surface is so young, it has no crater impacts, yet Io is relatively the same size as Earth's moon. This means that it should have lost its intense heat a while ago. The only reason that it still does have these intense temperatures is because of tidal heating. Lastly, we have rings on Jovian planets. Some of the Jovian planets have rings, most prominently being Saturn. Saturn's rings are made up of small particles that happen to get stuck in Saturn's orbit. Just like Saturn, some of the other planets have rings, but none of these rings are as prominent as Saturn's. These rings are made up of smaller and more clear particles, making them not as visible, along with the rings being very thin.